Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the Black Female Entrepreneur Greenwich. And my name is Lucy Isaiah. I am your host for today. As you know, today we are celebrating Valentine special talk show with myself. And some of my guests will be joining me soon, and I hope to see them. So stay tuned and be part of this great occasion. Today event, like you know, we are live at social media on our Instagram and also on our couple of days ago, and now we'll be live on our Facebook, and we'll be looking at other topic on the same issue we're about to talk about. I hope you're able to join us soon. It's going to be a very interesting topic today. During our Facebook, Instagram account, we raise a lot of issue in regard to what Valentine mean to us, what Valentine mean to you. I would like to know what he mean to you and how are you celebrating it. We talk more on looking at some people celebrate it with friends, family. Some people celebrate it with their loved ones. Some people celebrate it with their husband, wife, girlfriend. But from our point of view, we're just saying, what should Valentine mean to you and how should you celebrate it? Because it's all about love. And the society that we are today, a lot of people are very reserved in actually spreading love. So this is something we want to raise a lot of awareness. Is there any reason why people are finding it difficult to spread the love, to ask their neighbor, their friends to come over to celebrate Valentine, just like we do with, we do alongside with the Christmas, different events. Should we treat Valentine just special to, or should we be the big society and share it to everyone around us? So as I prepare for today's event, I am looking forward to it. I will be sending, waiting for my guests to also join me on this occasion. And I look forward to all of you that want to be part of it. So we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. I think we're live on TikTok, I believe so. And also on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and actually, I don't think we are streaming. You can also watch us live on Twitter. So just go to Black Female Entrepreneur page, and then you can be part of this great video. I'll be sharing the YouTube link on the Facebook page. And so if you want to join us, you can actually join us straight on. I hope you all join us as a special guest. I will raise some of the issue that we picked up at the Instagram platform, where we talk about what is love. And like I said, today occasion is in solidarity with the Congolese community that have been going through, that war has been going for a long time. And we are asking all those in decision making to actually show love to the people of Congo and free Congo, because a lot of our families in our borough from the Congolese, we have friends, like, the Black female doing our African port, we have the Congolese community, where we have a very strong connection with the Congolese community in our borough and outside our borough, where they participate fully on most of our events. They do the African festival with their beautiful drummers, and also they also take part in the African port, cooking us a beautiful African Congolese dish. Is it? I can't remember. Is it plaqué? So we had that beautiful dish. During the lockdown, they were there to support. After the lockdown, they were continuing to support our project. So it for us, it is an honor to be with them, solidarity, and say free Congo, so that a lot of our community that are back in here can actually relate back to their community. I will start. What love mean to you? If I want you to send me your own take, you can send us message on YouTube. You can send us message on also Facebook, and just give us your take. As we celebrate the Valentine talk show today, I want to know what love means to you. Like I was saying in the Instagram page, there's a lot of people find it very difficult to spread love to one another. And I say love is unconditional. Love is unconditional. If you, love is unconditional, and love is something that you should give to somebody without thinking twice. You don't need to think twice before saying to somebody, I love you, and you should share it without thinking about, hello, how are you? Your name did not identify you. I'm seeing a different name there.
It's okay. Let me change it.
Yeah, so that was why when I look at it, I say, which name is this? I couldn't.
I have a check downstairs.
Yeah, I think I'm using my office system. It's my wife that usually uses this for office time to go there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's noise in your background there. Because I was looking at the name, I don't know who the name is, so that was why I did not.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you clearly. I can hear you. Welcome to you mute. Yeah, welcome to our event. And one of my special guests has already joined us. As those, I know a lot of people will know your face. They are Fuga himself. You know, I call him the shakers of some philanthropy work they do back in Nigeria, supporting family, and those that were in displaced. And that's why it is honestly, I just say it is a good opportunity, because I know some of your work you do back in Africa is supporting people that have experienced war, that have been displaced, and that are in a refugee camp. And you have gone, your charity has actually gone there to support them. But he's going to come here in a different, we're waiting for another of our guests who is going to join us soon, and then we can introduce ourselves. If you're watching us from, like I say, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are also live on Instagram. I forgot, I will send you the link. I will send it to you on, I'll send it to you on your WhatsApp, then you can share.
Okay, that's fine.
Just waiting for one more guest to join us, and then we are good to go.
It's okay. Take your time. It's fine.
Okay, I think we should start now. It's already 12 past. Let me go on. Welcome everyone. You're welcome to the Black Female Platform. I've earlier just give you a kind of pre introduction about what we're doing today. And today's event is Valentine Talk Show, special to celebrate what Valentine means to you, and also in solidarity to the Congolese community. Our event today is actually run to bring more light on how we should treat each other within our community. And no better month to say it in the month of February, where people talk about love and what love means to every one of us. And this program is anchored by Nigerian community and Black female entrepreneur, and with a partnership with Afuga Foundation. And that is why you find our guests here today, here to support us to make this event a successful one. Over to you, Mr. Afuga. I would like you to introduce yourself while I admitting the other guests.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Peter Osezwa, and I'm also now known as Mr. Frugo. I am the founder of the Frugo Empowerment Foundation, a charity organization that was founded in 2017 with the primary aim to support the less privileged community through education. We have built a platform that enables us to establish all these achievements, and we have the Frugo charity, the Frugo Skill Initiative, the Frugo Talent Development Initiative. So we have been able to do quite a remarkable job since 2017. That's a little summary about the Frugo Foundation. We are fully established here, registered charity here in the UK, supporting the elderly community, empowering young people through music, and supporting communities. Then we are also established in Nigeria, currently 18 states in Nigeria, where we are doing humanitarian work, something to do with the crisis victims, like you earlier said, empowering women through skill projects, and also giving scholarship to children at crisis environments. We'll also be able to help to mentor a large range of musical artists, people who want to become somebody through music. So we have been able to do that in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Afuga. And I'll go over to Mr. Ogaga to introduce himself. Then we kick the show.
Okay, good evening, Auntie Lucy. Nice to be back with you. Sorry for the delay. Mr. Fruga, I made the last part of your introduction, but it's all good. Nice to meet you. Ogaga, I love the book. I'm a blogger. I'm an author. I'm a publisher. Also, I would say, a member of the Nigerian community, Greenwich by default. A partner in the Black female entrepreneur Greenwich by default. I like using that one, that Lucy. Whether you like it or not, I've become a member by default, all the way from the savannah. So also we have the Black Female Entrepreneur Voice Radio. I'm the general manager managing it. And also work here coordinating a project for the Lucy Isaiah Foundation here in Nigeria, Africa. Nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you. I think Mr. Afuga, we would like to start because tomorrow is the Valentine Day. And as I say to you, I know you are having plenty here today, but we would like to hear, before we kickstart the conversation, so that we soften people's mind. We don't want to hit the road without any dilution. So maybe you use this opportunity to give us one of your songs to open the show. We can't just start the show like that, you know. It's like when you visit a bar, you have to start with small chop. You have to start with pepper soup before you go for the real deal. So
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I know, honestly, Valentine is always those moments where you want to share good time with your loved one and haven't Greenwich community as we're concerned here. And I can already see the love we share here. You know, there are different activities happening in Greenwich, how the Black Frame entrepreneur through the Nigerian community are reaching out to community. And it's also part of what we're doing here today, having to come together as one community, celebrate our differences, and put a smile on people's face. I work on a range of songs, and honestly, thank God, you know, I've actually been very active when it comes to music. We now have music academy here in the UK. I have some love song I might happen to play tonight, but maybe to start, I can play the My Bow song. For those of you who will be hearing this on the first time, it's something to tell us about good partners. You know, marriages succeed today is because there's a tolerance in that marriage, you know. And most of those tolerance is something that always comes from the women's side, you know. And at a time when things seems not working, but you still see the woman pick up the pieces, she endure, put them together. So that is what that song is talking about. But I'm gonna play this song without wasting time, so we can just flow along. So the title of that song is called My Boo. Let me just sing it. Let me voice it a bit before I start the song. Yeah. Tell me wetin I for be if you not there for me. After many years we be together. Oh my boy, wetin I for be if you not there for me. Wetin I for be if you not stand with me. Nothing I for be if you not fight for me. Oh my boy, oh my boy. Morning, noon, and night, you they pray for me. Your kindness, they shine, they play to see. Tell me wetin I for be if you not there for me. After many years we be together. Oh my boy. So that is the song. So it's reminding you, you know, it's a storyline of a man who, you know, wake up in the morning and understand what his partner has been doing in his life, and is looking for a way to express that gratitude to that partner, you know. So let me see if I have this song here. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. Oh, my God. Pressing that for me. If you're not there for me, nothing that for me. If you're not there with me, nothing that for me. If you're not there for me, oh my God. Money on the night, favorite for me. Some kind of vision in the place to see. Tell me what's in that for me. You're not there for me. After many years, we be together. Oh, I won't. If you're not there for me, if you're not for me, if you're not there with me, nothing that for me. If you're not fight for me, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't feel and there are things that that's oh my God, oh my God. Okay.
Thank you.
That's the Bible song, yeah.
Thank you very much. Waiting I for B. Did you say waiting I for B if I don't do what?
Yeah, waiting I for B if you're not there for me. So
that is it.
What would I have become if you were not there?
I actually like that phrase. What would you become? Sometimes people don't understand the sacrifice other people do for them, for them to be where they are. Most of the time, people don't understand. Yes. And it is good that we use this time to remind people there are people in your life that have done a lot for you, that have sacrificed. They've been there, they've been there, thick and tight. They've been there. No matter what the situation is, the little they have, even though they don't have money to offer you, they show you love. They show you they are always there. They're always supporting you. They are always saying good things about you. They are always, even though no matter how people condemn you, they're always there for you. So if you are one of those people that don't appreciate what people have done for you, this song is directed to you. This Afuga song is for you. You should remember, what would you be? Look at your situation today. Wherever you are today, who are those that have actually make a point in your life? I think tomorrow or from today night, start sending them happy Valentine. Thanks for the love that you have shown me. Anyone that have made a significant impact on your life. I give to Ogaga. Maybe Ogaga have a take on that.
As today, my plan, I have a couple of poems to read. Then my class group, my secondary school class group, we have a competition where you post old school letters. Those days we used to write love letters. And the paper, not be today when through WhatsApp and social media. Yeah, we used to write, send one junior student to go drop, give the other senior, So I'm going to read my entry. But since we have musicians, as we they write, they sing too. So my voice is whether they say croaky or what. But maybe, who knows, if you put me for studio, if you tie me in, it might be a hit.
Afuga is here now. Afuga is here to promote you live and direct.
So let me sing one of this thing for him, and you tell me what. Maybe I'll be able to get an advice from you.
Afuga, you listen, You get a client. He said he go sing one song, make you say whether you go this Valentine, you go just commission her into your music, your record label without wasting too much of time.
There was a time life was dark and empty. I never thought I'd fall in love again. Then I met you. You made me feel love like I'd never been. My heart became filled with roses and butterflies. Suddenly you disappeared like a candle in the wind. You broke my heart, tore my soul apart. No one to turn to, nowhere to go, because you're all I ever had. But I promise you this, I'll make myself strong again. Every lonely night, I wish you come back. Who'd ever thought you dumped me like you did? When you left me, you made me feel like a fool. Always be a fool for love. You coated my imperfections with kisses and chocolate. Maybe you realize you were not true to yourself. You broke my heart, tore my soul apart. No one to turn to, nowhere to go, because you're all I've had. I'll make myself strong again. Baby, my baby, please come back to me. Oh, baby, my baby, I forgive you, I let go. But as long as you come back to me. But as I can see now, and clearly too, you ain't coming back. And the chorus goes. That is one of the, just they play, as with the right, with they play, more we sing too. What do you think, Mr. Program?
Let me give it to the experts. Over to the experts. The experts in the house.
That song is really good, you know. It's very nice, you know. It talks about I just like your emotions surrounding the song and the lyrics behind the song as well. I think it's a song like ordinarily if you're sitting with your partner, you just sing that song, she's gonna really like it so much. Yeah, and I'm sure
you don't hear that one.
Yeah, people watching it right now, they're actually they're gonna be touched by the lyrics of that song and the passion you put behind it. You know, it's really good. Have you recorded this song at all?
No. They are just there. Just play with them.
Yeah, I think you need to record these songs. Yeah, you never know. You know, there was one song that came out, and this guy was that blew the whole social media recently. This Ogogwarigbo. You know, that man sang that song, but he never knew that it's going to blow. You know? So you can just have those songs in there, then package them, just put them online. Okay. Then we have this online weekly music activity where we showcase people that want to sing, things like that. So it's a very big platform. But I think first thing, I will really encourage you, if you have those songs in place, just try and go to the studio, record them, because what you've got is not really bad. It's very good. And your voice is good as well.
You said my voice is what?
Your voice is very good. It's very good.
Wow, this is the first person that we compliment this croaky voice.
No, your voice is good.
I'm moved. I'm touched.
What about the backup singer with the back for behind? You know, yeah, that
one. I don't talk about it. You don't think you don't go.
Yes. Yes. It's always that. Yeah. I think it's a moment it's a moment for love. It's a moment for remembering each other's sacrifices, you know. I always tell people actually, men are trying, but it's actually women that build relationship, you know. Women are doing so much. Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that. They are doing so much. So they help you look after your children, look after your family. So you wake up in the morning, you know, take care of the children. Maybe you assist sometimes taking them to school, but she cannot really do like you do constant work, going to work, coming back in the evening, you know, because you have to look after the family. You know, just imagine if your woman is not around, yeah, you have to pay somebody to do those work. It's a lot of money. But she give all these things for free. She cook for you. She give you home. Sometimes you messed up as a man, you know. A wife will cover you, make sure that your mess, nobody know about it. So she help you build your home. And I always will say that it's always very good to acknowledge it, because women don't really need much gratitude, but just tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate what they do in your life, you know. And that is more than satisfying, and they are ready to go, you know. So I will be using this day to really appreciate our women out there who are actually doing everything they can to build their family, to sacrifice, you know, they sacrifice so much to build their relationship and making sure that things are going well. You know, no family is perfect, but the thing is, in as much as you're still somehow happy together, get together, celebrate these differences. I will really encourage every man out there to really appreciate all the ladies that we have. I don't know if you feel like going out this weekend, take your lady out. It doesn't matter how much you spend. Go to the O2, go to any cinema, to anywhere you can basically go. Just don't even look at your pocket, because remember, what the load she's carrying for you every day is more than any amount you could have spent to just make sure she's very happy. you know. And I also be sending message to women. There are good men out there, to be honest, who also deserve this kind of celebration. Because most men, they sacrifice too. They do quite a lot, pay family bills and all that. And men don't really need too much other than to say thank you, be honest and respect him, as a man. And he's willing to all his hard work in his life, he give it to you. It doesn't look bad as a family. So I think while we are celebrating women as well, we should also celebrate men. So it's just that moment. I think we just need to celebrate one another on this Valentine's Day. When I hear this topic, Valentine's Day, I'm so much happy to be part of this activity because I think it's really very good. Well, there might also be family out there or some couples out there, they are not happy on this day. But events like this or activity like this can actually cheer them up. So I am telling those ladies out there, there's a song I wrote. I titled it I Do. So basically, he's talking about, you remember how you would have won a woman's love, yeah? Maybe on the first day, she's not conceding yet. You keep trying, yeah? So maybe today you can also, when you listen to that song, you can remember how you just met your partner, yeah? And how much you sacrifice to make your relationship work. Yeah, so I'm going to play that song. I don't know if it's now. Whenever I give me permission to do so.
Okay, that will be the second one. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for actually shooting up. So we're going to go straight into the topic we're discussing. Just like we said we raised a lot of issue around love, what love means. And we're talking about how it is important we share love to one another. And we raise awareness that this love is not just for people that you like, or people that you know, or people within your house. Sometimes your kindness towards people is an act of love, and what that kindness can do can also also make those people to have a good well-being, because we are looking at love, well-being, and wellness. A lot of people today are sick, have different health issue. It's not medical health issue, it is mental, it is emotion, it is psychological, it is how they feel around them. You live in an environment, nobody talk to you. You live in an environment, you don't feel happy about what is happening and you don't know who to go and speak to. You live in an environment and everything is just overwhelming for you. Austerity, poverty, there's a lot that is happening. You are having children, you can't manage the situation. A lot of our children are going through distress, social media, emotional breakdown, where peer pressure. We see that the society is becoming tough, and people are becoming overnight more agitated, and people are beginning to stay away from supporting one another. Before the COVID time, we see people showing love, big society, and not too long we left COVID, and everything has gone back to where it used to be, where people don't even care. I went somewhere today. I don't want to mention it, but I went somewhere today, and I go to the reception of that place, and I was asking this person. I said, excuse me, I'm having a meeting with this person. Is this person around? And this guy just looked at me. I don't know whether he's having a bad day. Maybe but if you are sitting in the front of an office, please pack your bad day and put it inside your pockets. Go to the toilet in that place, wash your face, because you're not the only one and he just said to me, the person I'm looking for is not around. And as he's talking, he's telling me the person that I'm looking for just come out. And I look at him, I said, you say this person is not around. What's this person? Is it not the person I'm looking for? He said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know the person was around. Well, you can tell he was not with. There are some people that just sees you and they just hate you. There are people that will just see you and just hate you, just dislike you and don't want to assist. And this is, and your action can actually affect other people's way of life. And there are some people, their job is to badmouth other people. And when we talk about Valentine, we talk about love one another. Your action and your attitude towards other people, you might not go and get something to knock them down, but your mouth, some people, their mouth is like, is venomous, you know? What comes out from their mouths is fire. So we are saying that this, you should reflect on your behavior, and not just individual, those in political appointments. They say, there's one song they used to sing in Nigeria: if you are a governor, governor well. If you are a teacher, teach well. For those of you on a political appointment, those of you on a position of authority, try and show love in your decision making. Try to make sure that when you are making that decision, the impact of your decision, how it's going to affect other people. And we should remember that love supersedes a lot of things. I was in a meeting where they were discussing about people with various emotional problems. And some of this emotional problem is because of what the society has poured onto them. You know, look at, we say this session is dedicated to Congo community. Look at what is happening in Congo. I know a lot of people will say, this does not bother me. It's not my problem. It's not in my country. And I said to them, whatever touch the head will touch the eye, will touch the nose, will touch the mouth. If you think what is happening in Congo does not affect you, it is coming. You know, it's like a wildfire. Because remember, the resources that is used to make this mobile phone that we all use is from Congo. And that is why it is important that every one of us, except you don't have a mobile phone. If you have a mobile phone, you should be sympathizing with people in Congo. Just imagine if that is your country. Just imagine if that is where you live, the amount of people that have died. So you can tell that a lot of things is happening there that is not supposed to be. And not just Congo. We're looking at Ukraine. We're looking at Gaza. We're looking at different parts of Sudan. You know, we're looking at different parts of the war. Today, in our today's society, people have lacked love. You can see even some of our young people, the way they treat one another. You just go out there and use knife, gun, and knock people down. This is, sometimes we say, how do we get to this position? How do we get to this situation where people don't, even to show respect is love. If you don't love somebody, you won't show them respect. And we see a lot of our young people now these days, they don't respect their parents. They don't respect their elders. They don't respect nobody. You see them, you enter the bus, no one, they are sitting down, they don't even stand up for an elderly person to sit down. You know, I was in a bus today and this group of young people coming, they were shuffling in, and there's this elderly woman, if you see the way they were, and the woman could not even, and I said, where has this disrespectfulness come, where we don't pay attention to detail around us? Some of us, we will not even greet our neighbor. And even when our neighbor even greets us, we will not answer. That is lack of love. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if people that find it very difficult to empathize or show love, they don't have love themselves. They don't have love in their hearts. They don't. Because if you have, you'll be able to share. You'll be able to remember that you should treat other people the way you want other people to treat you. You understand me? And this is a big epidemic where you have people not caring for one another. Or even though when they care with condition. They are doing it, they are supporting you with a condition in quotes. They have an hidden agenda on why they are supporting you. Like I was saying in the other platform, somebody was asking me the other day, said, Lucy, how come you do so much? And I said, you see, anything I'm passionate about, I have a lived experience. Anything I am passionate about, I have a lived experience. I have a lived experience of a lot of issue. In my time, how many years now? Going to 20 something years. I have lived experience of various things that people have done to me. And sometimes when I sit down, I thank God for the kind of person that he has made me, whereby those things does not define my tomorrow. Because there's a lot of people, something you do to them define their tomorrow. You know, that will make them to be angry all the time. And anywhere they go, they carry that anger. But I thank God for his mercy that your people's action of wickedness towards me does not define my tomorrow. I don't carry, I leave it. Once I see you, I leave it around you. But it's not everyone. Some people do not have that grace to be able to move on when you do evil things to them. And that is why I campaign seriously for a lot of issues, from housing to school children with special needs, because I have special needs children myself. Go to immigration. I've gone through it too. Don't think I've gone through it too. That's why I campaign for it seriously. And I campaign for bad, what's it called, the professionals. There's a lot of professionals in the system that will want to make people's life. I understand you are following the law, but the law does not say you shouldn't have empathy. You know, the law does not say you shouldn't have empathy. You should have empathy when making decisions, when supporting people. You know, there are people from different parts of the world. We are all a jigsaw. You know, we are all a jigsaw. They say now better ingredient, now better soup, now money kill them. You know, this soup, when you want to taste a good soup, is the number of ingredients that is inside. A good community it tells you the number of people, the different people from different parts of the world. If you have a community, just one particular ethnicity that is there, that community will be blank. Right? For those of you that say, go back to where you come from. If you have a community with people from different parts, that community will be blank. It will be blank as a blank, plain potato. You know, people that come from various places make that community rich and bring talent to that place. So try to show, because today people might be a refugee in your country, but tomorrow you will be the one that will be the refugee. So refugee does not design to one particular part of people. It does not design to third world country. It does not design to people from Africa, from Asia, from there. Anyone can be refugee. We can see it happening in Europe. So when you open your big mouth and tell people go back to their country without that sign of love, remember that one day your country might become a refugee. Will become a refugee. Something might happen in your country and you will have to go to other people's country to take refuge. So we should be very careful. You know, they say karma is a bitch. We should be very careful when we treat people with evil hearts, because whatever you leave on the road when you are going up, if you don't clean it, when you are coming back in the night, you will use your feet to carry it. I'm going to move over to Ogaga because my vibration is beginning to vibes. I don't want to break this show. Is too.
I think he's mute. We're not hearing him.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Guys, I'll tie in what you're saying with poems, because poems speak a lot and add emotions. Like this one titled Rivers of Emotions. It says, like a river, love flows deep. Through the heart, it does sip. In its currents, emotions leap. In its waters, promises we keep. Through valleys and hills, it winds. With each turn, each depth it finds. In its flow, our spirits binds. Love's river with gentle minds From source to sea, it travels far. Under the sun and the evening star, in its course we are. Love, a river without bar. And so that's touching, you know, tying it to what you say. You never know tomorrow. You show love to everybody you see. You know, you never can tell. You know, I was listening to one of the programs on our playlist on BFEG radio today. So I was listening to Mrs. Ibuku Awoshika, who have a lot of her speeches on our playlist. So I was listening to one today, and in a convocation, she was talking to children. And this school she gave the convocation is a school for privileged kids, very expensive. And so she was telling them, you don't know tomorrow. Show love and be kind to everybody. So looking at their class, he said, you have a gate man. You don't regard the gate man. You are in a privileged school. The gate man's side will not be able to afford this school you are in now. Might not be as intelligent as you are. Now the gate man struggles, sends the child to a school, and the child graduates. Now, when there is employment, there is a quota system. Maybe that gate man's child is the first graduate in his community. And so when they are doing, like, you know, they do in Nigeria, federal character, this, his child might be the one the community will send to represent them.
Yeah.
And when he goes now, maybe he's holding a very privileged big office because it is allocated to their community. You now, the big man's child, the privileged one, you might need him because he's not at the top where you might never get to.
Definitely.
And you might need him there. But if you were kind to the father, you know, if you were kind to the father while the father was the gatesman, the father will remind the child, that person is coming. You can help this person. So the tide turns. You never know tomorrow. We show love to everybody. We don't look down on anybody, you know. So, but having said that, I would want to talk about a trend which we have. You know, I was looking at Valentine. You know, people give flowers as expression of love. A CNN article was talking about 1 billion flowers going to cross the border tonight, you know, to the US. 1 billion flowers that people will be sharing. You know, the population and the flowers coming from Southern American countries, you know, and different people. This is when they make money. They share red rose flowers. So people give you flowers. But we'll say flowers is not a thing. But I know why growing up, when I like a girl, I used to pluck flowers when we go for evening lessons, to pluck one nice flowers, they go and give. So I don't know where they say flowers is not our thing. We have nature. We show love there. Our fathers will tell us how they go to when they go to the farm, because who are mainly farmers. They will get fruits, things from the farms. You know. Now, when people do parties, they carry flowers. Now, what is the trend that you see boys will do for their girlfriends? They now wrap money. I was seeing it online. I've been seeing it, but I never knew it has become so infectious. People were advertising their Valentine products for people to come and patronize. What they wrapped are new currencies and made them in bouquets. So now love is now prized. It's not money, not flowers. So you will not get money to wrap money, bouquet of money. You again, nobody go look your face. So it's a wrong trend. Our children, our generation, especially this Gen Z, millennials, we need to learn what love truly is. It's what comes from the heart. You know, like this says, flows without bar. But when it is financially induced, when it is attached to material things, expensive things, then there is a bar. And once there is a bar, that's no longer love. And that doesn't last. So in the next Valentine, when you don't have money, a bouquet of money, that girl goes to another man who has bouquet of money, Or if you are a boy where the girl would have to lay on the bed and you do something, that is your Valentine specials. So when you meet girls that know, let's discuss, then there is a problem. So we need to reevaluate and reorientate people on the essence of the Valentine and what love really is. Remember, like yesterday, I told you a lot of marriages don't even last again these days. The rate of divorce now in Nigeria is at a very high rate, faster than it used to be. And that's because people have forgotten the essence of what love really is. And so some say, oh, what if there's a crisis? Love endures. Love is patient. So even when a relationship when the relationship starts, it's very sweet. It's like a honeymoon. But as the relationship grows, you get to know each other. A lot of challenges comes in, things happen, but how you're able to manage it, it's the love that keeps friendship. Some say, oh, marry your friend. Oh, don't talk about love. No, because they don't understand what love is. There is still love. Why you are still in that relationship or you are still in that marriage is because there is the love you have endures. The love you have is patient. The love you have is forgiving. The love you have is long-suffering. The love you have is tolerant. I'm not saying being in an abusive relationship and you endure. I'm not saying that. We're talking about close to an ideal situation, what it should be outside of physical and emotional abuse. So when we understand that, we begin to enjoy moments like this, And remember why I said, like in our Instagram show yesterday, on the 11th, our Instagram segment of this show, had said on Tuesday, moments like this just should teach us lessons, should remind us what love is, that we carry beyond the day of Valentine.
Yeah.
Now we show love that day, we're happy that day, then after that day, it goes off. No, it's a reminder. And that's why there are talk shows like this, there are articles written to remind people what should be every day. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, Ogaga. I'm going to go over to Mr. Afuga because he said he has a music to play for us. And so he can say one or two, or then he can go over to his music. We're here to listen and dilute all the interjection so far.
Yeah, thank you very much for that plate. That's the way the name is appearing on the screen. Yeah, that's really very good. I think what you just lecture us, it remind me a lot of things. Love can be sacrificial. Love is that thing that sticks to your heart. You pour it out from there. And among this generation, we still believe that there's a lot of them who still have the same mind. It's just the environment as it is. But it's the same thing, what we are doing now, what Sister Lucy just said about what love can be and how you can show empathy for one another. So if we keep preaching this, we're equally reminding the upcoming generation, what love is. We're educating them about love so that they won't go astray. I think it's very, very good. We are doing that. Myself, personally, I I know there's love everywhere, but I have so much love for people around me while I was growing up, you know. I remember they sent us to the farm and they give us portion to maybe clear the farm. I have to quickly finish to be able to help my siblings. It all started from there. So from my childhood, I'm always thinking not just me, but what I can be able to do for others. So at the time I lost my mom, wasn't really easy, but I always find myself trying to take the responsibility of the entire family. Then from there, I start supporting. I was still at uni. I start supporting friends, paying their school fees through my business. Then from there, gradually grow from there. I found myself at NYSC camp, while I was able to do a lot of activities supporting people. Then coming to UK, the thing just keep expanding like that. Now, because I have suffered in life, I know what love is. I know what it takes when somebody is passing through difficulties in life. So that love, actually, just like Sister Lucy said, that she keep doing what she's doing. She don't care about the negative side of what people are saying. But because that's her passion, she keep doing it. You know, that is love. Love is not about how you care for your partner, but it's also about how you care about people around you. And you're concerned about people suffering around you. What are you doing about it? You know, so that is love. And I really hope we are taking this message, not just leaving it here, but we're taking it further. We can let this be part of our life, supporting each other. Just imagine a world where we care for one another. There will not be war. There will not be quarrel. There will not be any dispute of such to have result of killing each other or knifing each other in that community. So it is actually that love. I told you about the music I'm going to play. He's talking about a man winning a woman and the sweetness of it there. So, and what you need to do not to give up loving, you know, not to give up loving. Okay. So let me see if I have this song. Yeah, I think I have it here. I'm gonna play it. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure why it's not playing. Okay. Okay, we start. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Uh, let me just start. Let me start with my voice, and I'll play it. Yeah. Uh, it starts like this. Okay. Oh, baby girl, if you said to me, yes, I do everything you want, you go there. Oh, baby girl, if you said to me, yes, I do everything you want, you go there. Oh, baby girl, yes, to me, I do everything you want, you go there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Baby girl, everything you want, you go there. When you're alone, at your beautiful mother, everything I never see. Everywhere you go, they don't stay with me. I'm having fun. Where your love, I have for you. Please believe. When you said to me, yes, I do. Everything you want, they want it. Oh, if you said to me, yes, I do. Everything you want, they want it. Oh, pretty girl. If you listen to me, yes, I do. Everything you want, it will be. Then I want to be you want, it will be. You want the best guy, it will be. I've been a fashion you want, it will be. Everything you want, it will be. Oh, believe. Say yes to me, I do. Everything you want, it will be. Pretty, pretty. Say yes to me, I do. Everything you want, it will be. Yeah, yeah. Say yes to me, I do. Everything you want, it will be. Yeah, 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 yeah. You don't take the breath when they keep me alive. Now you know. Your beauty, they shine like a gold. I don't feel slave without your love. Really, Me, I come to plant you in your life. All the the way you live, smile, they give it to. I'm my progression eyes upon your love. Please, 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 to me, I do. Everything you want, it will do. Hey, yes, to me, I do. Everything you want, it will do. Everything you want, everything you want, it will do. Everything you want, they go there. Oh, baby. Everything you want. Prayers to be now we want to go there. What are the best guy you go there? I mean, I'm not you want to go there. Everything you want to go there. Oh, baby. Hey, hey. Say yes to behind you. Everything you want to go there. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, you say no before you. I feel like the way you did that so. And when you never, I you feel. And when I was sick, I you feel. You've been at the edge forever. You've been at the edge forever. You've been at the edge forever. Oh, really? Yes, so I do. Everything you want your day. Oh, say yes to me. Everything you want. All right, so wait, okay, that is the music I do. If you say yes,
Everything I want, you go there. Everything you want, you go there. Everything we want, you go there.
Oh,
say yes to me, I do.
do.
Everything you want, you go there. Oh,
Say yes to me, I do.
everything you want,
He go there. Booyaka, booyaka. Everything
yes,
we want, he go
you
there.
go there.
There's like Rastaman singing love song. That's what I was just doing.
Yeah.
Rastaman singing love song.
Yeah, There's I hope that music reminds us a lot of things. That song remind me when I just find my partner. The female is the shakara, but the thing, she just don't want to bring herself down like that. So you're gonna fight for what you love, and if you truly love her, do not give up. And it's the same thing when we are pursuing something we love in life. It could be we pursuing education, or we pursuing one specific career, or we pursue one specific goal in life. It's always good not to give up. You just keep pushing until you get what you want. So on this particular music, the guy is basically telling the lady, listen, if you let me in your life, everything you want is gonna be there, that's what women say. But if everything is not there, you're already there, you're gonna manage it, yeah? Everything's not there. After marrying you, everything's not there. But you're gonna manage what you want, yeah?
Both of you put hand together and make sure say it's available.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's another way to appreciate your partner. Like when he was saying, say the breath when they keep me alive. Now you know your beauty, they shine like a gold. I don't feel sleep without your love. Pretty. Me, I contemplate journey your life. Oluwa lead me. The way you they smile, they give me joy. As my progress lies upon your love, please, pity. So it's like the man testifying, yeah, what the lady meant to him, and how special the lady is, and it's also the same thing. Like when we start having children, we prove to them how much we love them, And when we have partner, we actually prove to them how much we love them. So it's about sacrificial, not actually not pretending. Show someone you love how truly you love him or her.
Thank you very much. That is amazing, and it is nice. Like we say, it is nice to sometimes people promise to be there for you, and even though they cannot be able to offer what they've said. I think we should sometimes they say it's tolerant, is it? We should be patient and tolerance, and sometimes people go through a lot of things, you know. Sometimes we expect so much from other people. We expect them to do this, we expect them to do that, and without asking what they're also going through, you know. Most time people just think there are people that are made to provide for everybody, and you don't maybe think those people also, they don't have their own problem. So your givers also, sometimes you should show some love to your givers. You know, Ogaga was saying something about givers in the other platform, where people just feel it is some people's responsibility to be providing the support, and you don't. Your own is to collect. You know, don't be a tax collector. Don't be a tax collector, because tax collector doesn't end well with them, you know. So there are people that always been there, you know. Anytime you'd like, I want to give my salute. I use this opportunity to say happy Valentine to Councillor Anne-Marie. You know, big love to you, big sister, because this is a woman that is always there. You know, any event you invite her, she's always there to show support, to show her love, to show gratitude, to appreciate what you have done. You know, I was in an event yesterday, and they were talking about where, you know, the lack of acknowledgement of the work some of our Black small organizations do. You know, you see those things, like there's a lot of small organizations. People just think maybe we are setting up this organization because we want to set it up. No. And I'm saying big no. People set up this organization because there's a loophole in the system that have not acknowledged some of the things that other people are going through. And the government, no, you're aware that you are not, the services you're offering is not meeting all the need of people. And that's why people are trying their best. They are tired of complaining. You know, you get to a stage, you complain, you can't be bothered anymore to complain. You just do the little you can do. And that's why people, and because the way the system is, those organizations need to be registered. So that is why you see there's a lot of small organizations that are doing things, because we are not equal. You don't expect one big organization. That is why people lost in the system, you know. And there's another thing, you know, people lost in the system because you set up this big corporation and you expect this big corporation to meet everybody's need. No, everybody's leg is not the same. If there's a fire here, people are running. Some people, the fire will burn them because they cannot meet up the race, you know. So you don't expect this big organization that you set up, this big parasector that you set up to water down to meet everybody's need. No. And that is why when you have an office, you have various departments. Why you not saying only one department you get? Make that one department, they do everything. For where it can't work. So this big organization cannot deal with all those other issues, nitty-gritty. And I was explaining to people how different problem is in people's life, because sometimes we need to analyze those difficulties that people are facing. You know, when people came in, they came in legally. So all those people that talk about, because when you start to say, Lucy likes to talk about immigration, they came in here legally. Some of them came in here as a student. Some of them came in here as COS. They came here through different routes. They came in legally. And we should stop making this noise. And if this place is not good, why don't they go back to their country? Which country? The country that your foreign policy has destroyed? You know, which country you want them to go? People should be, is it the country that the foreign policy, those foreign policies that does not have love in them, those foreign policies that have eating down the resources, eating down the government, you know, enable the government to steal and loot and bring it to Western world? Is it those policy? Is it those things where you're asking them to go back? You know, those country that some of the foreign country there have looted and looted and looted, and there's nothing left. So we should go and read books. Some of you don't read books. Go and check your history. Spend time and study your history. If you know, you say that you are this kind of person that really you have, this is the time for you to sit and reflect. Let that love flow inside your brain, inside your medulla oblongata. Make it flow inside so that you have time to go and study some of this system and understand why when people take that journey, you know, look at what is happening in Congo now. Then when Congo people start coming to ask for asylum, you say you're not going to give it to them. Who is taking the resources in that place? Where is the resources going to? You understand? And so happened to a lot of countries. So learn to show love and welcome them, because those resources, that is what is used to build wherever we are today. It's those resources is used to build them. So learn to show love. People have all sorts of issues that are bothering them. You think it's easy? Who want to leave their parents' home? You think it's easy? Who want to leave their parents home? Leave your brothers, leave your sister, leave your network, you know, leave your home, leave your soil, leave where they bury your navy. Do you understand what the connection is? You know, leave everything that make you human being. We want to leave such place and then travel how many miles? You go to a place you don't know nobody. You know what the trauma that it is? Show people love, you know. Show people love. Like, learn to tolerate people, because nobody want to take that journey. Nobody want to go through the Mediterranean Sea. Nobody want to go through the desert to come to another man's country. A situation that put them where they are, there's no hope, there's no life, there's nothing. I was watching one program on the telly the other day, where they were talking about, somebody was saying, oh, yes, we can't accept everybody, but you can accept all the artifacts. And I was also listening to one program where the guy from the British Museum said, we're not going to return the artifacts. You cannot accept everybody, but you forget that those artifacts are part of their heritage, are part of their ancestral home, but you can keep them. You cannot accept everybody, but you can accept the crude oil. You can accept the gold. You can accept the diamond. So if you're ready to accept all those things, you must accept the people, because those things come with the people. Ogoga, over to you.
Yeah, so that's actually true. So we need to redefine, because the show is actually using the opportunity to be in solidarity with our brothers in the Congo. You know, South Africa issues is coming up, but much of Africa have chosen to ignore South Africa because of their attitude to their neighbors and Nigerians, every other Africans. The xenophobia in South Africa is too much, and Africans felt betrayed, you know, despite standing for South Africa, getting them to end up apartheid with our resources. School children were even contributing here in Nigeria to send to South Africa for the campaign. As soon as they got their independence and their economy seemingly looked good, South Africa forgot, and the rest of Africa became enemies, and a lot lost property, lost their lives to xenophobic attack. And if you go online, every day you see how they attack other Africans and send them away. So that's why it seems South Africa doesn't have issues now. South Africans have serious issues trying to reclaim their land. How can 80% of your land, your variable land, is being controlled by a small minority? That's or should I say 70% of your variable land being controlled by 20% of the population. And now they are trying to redistribute the lands, and they're asking, some are asking for compensation. When you took the land, you didn't
buy it.
Compensate the people. But you are asking them that they must compensate. They'll see the propaganda with Trump's threat. So we don't talk much of South Africa until well, it's not our fault, it's how they treat us, where they kept us, because Africa will speak for them. Tomorrow they will turn against us, and now they are begging us to join the fight. And we are just on our own. However, the issue of Congo, it's overdue. The issue of Congo is overdue. While these countries are thinking about, or they're toughening their immigration policies, you know, like Britain, the Conservative Party proposing 15 years for this, send people this. We don't have problem with that. But they should direct that same energy to leaving other nations alone. They should ensure they started the Congo DRO crisis. They should end it. The land grabbing is still there. All the way from Europe, America, you grab land here. You see how America, through Trump, is trying to grab other lands. You see how Russia is trying to grab Ukraine. America now trying to grab Gaza. This is what they do. In Africa, they can't maybe grab what they use some persons, send arms, cause confusion. They should end that. Withdraw the arms. Stop buying stolen what do you call, natural resources. Stop buying them. Stop buying, because you're buying them and using them. Your economy is getting better, like you said. Tomorrow you say the Congolese should not come to US or come to UK. You first of all check your hand if you do not have a hand in it. So you have no moral right to toughen your immigration policies when you're stealing their resources and making life miserable for them. You're not just only stealing it, you're causing endless crisis, which is causing starvation. People can't go to their farms. So let love reign. Let them have love in their hearts, because like I said, tomorrow now you will see all of them in big hotels, booking hotels for their girlfriends and their boyfriends, enjoying, drinking expensive wines. Please, they should remember that is not the essence of Valentine, but to do something that is good for their people. Not to come tomorrow and share three cups of rice to a community that you're showing love. No, they don't need your rice. What they need is good roads. What they need is good electricity. You know, so if you're a representative anywhere, you should use your opportunity to have legislation and lobby the government to develop. The people who buy their food themselves, you know, they can take care of themselves. So Africans are not stupid. So even when they talk about banning or freezing USAID funds, it's okay if you leave our resources alone. If our economy is good, we will have our own USAID. We can start helping and sending to other places. You know, that's my take from here.
Thank you. One last talk from Mr. Fruga, and then I will read the poem for Congo, and then we call it today.
I've not read that. I've not read that. My entry, I said that was my old school poem.
Yeah, we are coming to you to read it.
Okay.
I forgot.
I think I just this topic you guys raised regarding instabilities in some of these developing countries and the root causes, and why many of these countries cities. They are now migrating to this part of the world, things like that. And it's very awful to see, even in this 21st century, we still see what Africa is currently passing through. This is people who came from thousands of kilometers away, going to another man's land, digging their resources for free. They're not even paying for it. So it's very awful. And but I'm also happy. We're seeing hope is coming. We see what happened in Mali, Burkina Faso, all this area. So it tells that gradually the change will come. And it's also good to build this kind of sense of community, just like we are in the UK. You look after not even yourself, your neighbors. If you don't see your neighbor in 3 days, you have to go find out what's happening to your neighbor. And that's what African community have not been able to do. Because if the love is there, that sense of community is there, where they protect themselves, they guide themselves. I don't think a stranger would have come all the way from thousands of miles and just start looting, causing problems everywhere. But it's a struggle. And I'm very hopeful. I believe in Africa's stability. I believe one day all these things will change. It's still something to do with love. Because the question is, if people come all the way from far to do this to you, then what about what you're doing to yourselves? Have you been so fair to yourself? So we just talk about some of one of the conservative leaders, which some of us would have been very hopeful that she's coming, maybe there's going to be change because she understands our struggle. But we see the policies that she's already proposing. So these are some of the things that sometimes we talk about. If other treats you like this, then how good are you treating yourselves?
But this is the question that we are saying, Afuga.
Yeah.
But she has so much hate in her.
Yes.
So much hate.
Much hate. She's not connected with the community.
You need to go for a therapy to help her with that, to take away those hate. You cannot be in a position of authority with so much hate in your mind.
Yes.
How can?
I did the research yesterday. I found out that, this country, you are trying to give this strong, straight immigration policy. They've contributed so much to this society. Without these countries where these people are migrating from, they wouldn't be breathing like this today.
Exactly.
So why are you not celebrating this? Why is it that the only thing you want to impose on them is hardship? Hardship, why? Why? So I think it's good to always have a second thought, but all the same, it's good as we are having a program like this, and maybe some of them that are watching it, they can also understand that, listen, if somebody come, who would prefer to leave his own home, his own mother, father, and go to another man's house for what?
Exactly.
So it's frustration, it's instability, insecurity. That's what led these people here. So when these people come here, if they are not committing crime, they want to work hard to better themselves, better this country, better their home. I think we should think twice and consider the situation of these people, and also create the opportunity for them to become what they want to be. In as much as they want to join us to build this country, we should celebrate that, to be honest.
And the issue is, if you look back to, like what you said, people have so much love, because if you don't have love in a place, you won't even come there. Talk more of contributing, They didn't come here, they are not looting, they're not taking anything, they're just working hard, contributing. I was saying to somebody, I said, my dad was a military man. He served in Portmore, He served in Portmore in the 60s, They were one of those that came in the early 60s, 70s to work for Britain. My great-grand-uncle fought in Burma War. You understand? So my lineage, when you talk, there's a lot of Africans that are fought in the World War. Our lineage has contributed to this country, and we've given everything. You know what it is for you to be we never had time with our dad, as a child of a military person. It was how many years in Portsmouth? He stayed there. During that time, there's not even black person there. There were only two of them in the Navy, in the British Navy in that 60s. Portmore, for that matter. Do you know what he went through? When my daddy came back, my daddy was not the same. The trauma you know, and somebody get mine to be talking about what have you done. Go back where? We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, let me quickly add to that. I don't know why are they so concerned about either people who are coming from Africa, who are coming from Asia and all these other countries. But do you know the thousands of Europeans who are migrating to this country every day? Why are they not talking about that?
What of the one that are already living and chopping a bar in Nigeria?
Exactly. So I don't understand, because again, I was telling somebody, like, supposing our government is people over there, they're also thinking about some of the challenges that their people are facing here, and also try to apply some of those policies over there.
Exactly.
I think that's why the thing is
you guys should implement your own
those policies over there.
Hard immigration policy. You guys should put it also.
Yes. Considering other only health sector in this country, how much this community has contributed to the
the immigration thing. I think just a few days ago, they say they discovered some illegal, is it some Nigerians or what, in Nigerian is it NIN record and all those things. So that's not even what's important here, because the immigrants, hey, the most important thing is since we'll be talking, have you seen lights come? Stay dark, you know. These are the most important things. But
let us show some love to Ogaga, give him some lights.
So if I want to add to briefly to your arguments on what Badenoch is doing, you know, it's what they are telling her to do, the party, and so she wants to lead the party. You know, if she wants to win, she has to do their bidding, else she wouldn't win. Now, what the Conservative Party have done, you see, they've raised their game high and toughening it. They are following is the rise of the far rights in Europe and America. The far rights are gaining ground. You see, even the German election coming up, you see Elon Musk trying to interfere. They are going to support the far right. All those, they are the ones with all these hard immigration policies and all those things. And it's still them too that think about all this colonization, grabbing those people. And that's why you see the relationship between Trump and Putin, trying to give him Ukraine itself at the platter of gold. Check out the kind of people he mingles with are the far right people. So far right is rising all over. Even in France, far right has risen so high. And the Conservative Party has looked at how do we win back our seats? You know, they start going into that far right argument. So it's just for political. She doesn't have conviction in what she's doing, but she feels that will help her. But when I look at her briefings, is it the PMQ, Prime Minister question section? I think I follow that. I like her argument. It is sweet to me. Honestly, I wish some Nigerian politicians they agile for this thing. It is sweet to watch. You know, people argue, answer questions, the leader stands, response. But when you see where the minority sits, where she sits, how many blacks do you see behind her? Even when she won the election as the Conservative leader, how many blacks did you see in the hall? So you understand what she's trying to do, become them to grab power. She's just power conscious. So she's ready to do anything to win power. And that's what this, especially the Conservative Party, does. And some of the parties, raising immigrants, former immigrants to high positions. They did that with, is it Rusnik, or what do you call the Indian
which is
guy? Yeah, you know, now with a black woman, it's not because they love these people. It is just for an agenda. You see why they brought her. You see what she's doing. When they brought the other Indian guy, they had what they want to achieve, especially from the Asian community. So they will not want to put their face to it. They don't want to put their face to it. So use these people, who have their lineage to achieve your goal. That's what's happening in the UK. That's my analysis because I follow their programs. I try to read and analyze and see what are they actually doing. Why is it that some of these things they do, when someone who is originally British is not being used for this? Why are they not bringing someone from Northern Ireland? Why are they not bringing somebody from Wales, from Scotland to achieve this? When somebody from there comes, is a different policy.
Very true.
So now to achieve this, use people that are related to these people. They receive and Kemi doesn't care because she wants the power by all means. She has tried and tried, it's not working. But she's a very brilliant lady. I like her arguments in the parliament. But she's selfish because she could be very smart about this. But they just want to be aggressive to win back power. That's all. At any cost. Use the black woman to achieve that. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody have 1 minute to just add to that.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I think somehow if she continue this policy, she's going to fail woefully. Because if you look at the recent survey, majority of people who are against her policy, they're actually the white community. But do not forget, England is different from France or Italy, all these other countries. England is so integrated now. So you have lots of white population who are also now getting married to black ladies and who understand.
Kemi's husband is white now. Her husband is white now.
Exactly. So eventually, I think unless maybe she pay her policy, but otherwise, I don't think it's going to go well with her. But the thing is, whether they are far right or they are far left, God's power is still the ultimate, So I believe people of this community, they face so much hardship, even more than this before. They survived it. So God knows the best for us, but we are also praying every day that God should bring people who understand and feel people's pain and begin to do something about it. Because talking about Brexit, he hasn't given us any solution. We are coming from today. And we talk about this hard immigration, whatever. That time we have so much population in this country, it's even better than the period we are now.
Exactly.
So I think we should be changing our policy instead of pressing hard, because we just make it hard unnecessarily. So it won't really take us to nowhere. So we need to reverse that kind of policy, to me.
Thank you very much. I'm going to read my poem, then Ogaga read it on. I will call it a day. We're going to wrap up this show. So this is it's a Valentine poem for the people of Congo. Oh, Congo, land of river wide, where beauty and sorrow talk side by side. Your hills have rich, your heart has strong, yet pain has shadowed you for so long. On this day of love, we send our light to break the chain, to end the fight. No stolen gold, no bloodshed land can silence the power of your hands. Your voice rises a mighty song for peace, for justice, to right the wrong. May love embrace each child, each home, and guide your people back to their home. No more tears, no more crying. Only one hope. Only hope beneath your sky. Congo, you are love. You will stand tall, and love will heal and free you all. Long live Congo. That is my point for them. Over to you, Ogaga.
Okay, my old school love letter. Number 3, Love Streets, off Heartbeat Road by Kissway, 15th May 1995. Dearest Becky, with my golden pen picked from my garden of love and my heart beating bang bang, I write you this letter from the bottom of my heart, and I hope it meets you well. Sweetie, the sight of you in class today left me in a state of complete and prolonged euphoria as my medulla oblongata attempts to figure how this beauty dwells on earth with us. Your eyes radiate stars from the heavens and heals the pain in my soul. My love, you are the one and only fundamental unit in my book of life. I love you chemically. Please, let's become one biologically and pray we become fruitful and blossom in our agricultural farm of love. When I sleep, I dream only you. You are the sugar in my tea, the butter in my bread, the stalk that holds my corn together, the ice cream inside my cone. A wise man once said, knock and it shall be opened. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. My heart beats today. I ask, I seek and I knock. Be my girl and I shall be your prince. And our love will be higher than Mount Kilimanjaro. A life without your love is like Isam without shells, like a cat in a house without rats. Please say yes and be the oxygen running through my body metabolism. If you say yes, let us meet under the Udara tree at the back of the boys' hostel tomorrow during break. If you say no, I will kill myself. Your sugar boy, Lovely.
So now your letter be that one.
That letter, now my entry for the competition, no.
My goodness me.
I know I don't win and finish.
The chemical, what they call? Is it the chemical of the garden?
So I say, I love you chemically. They say you are the fundamental unit in the book of life. That's taken from physics. Then I love you chemically from chemistry. Please, let's become one biologically from biology now. And pray we become fruitful and blossom.
You know, about me. And what will be that? What will be those people? Those twins, chemically, biologically, physically.
Okay.
So now for your place, go connect that song.
This guy, P Square.
P Square. What is it? Yeah. Chemically, biologically, physically. What will be that musical? I mean this music now. This P Square music. You know, it's your. I mean that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the P Square songs.
The P Square song.
You know,
it's that your hand and you connect that.
I don't forget. I know the song.
Yeah, your point is very good. Very sweet.
So
it's not a point. It's a love letter, old school, the kind of love letter we write those days. You know,
which year you write this one? Which year?
No. It's you know, it's our class group now. We don't finish secondary school since 30 years ago.
So you guys back then.
We say as the spirit of Valentine, couple competition. Say more we write, recreate all those our love letters of those. That's what we're trying to do.
That was lovely.
So this is my
now. When I get my golden pen, as I write in my golden pen in the garden of Eden.
I swear. So that's it. I will say before we go, our BFEG voice radio, our Valentine package is up and running. So please check our pages for the link to our radio. Valentine is on. We've started our own Valentine show already.
Valentine is coming. Where is your girlfriend? You are living alone, lonely.
you don't say. There is another single lady now address her to. So I hope she reads and responds. I've told her to respond, to write her own.
Thank you very much for everyone that have joined, our listeners. We have dived. You can see we have done justice to this. You know, there's nowhere love cannot take you to. It can take you to those sorrowful moments. It can take you to those happy moments. It can also take you to those what's they call it? Beautiful moments. And it can also take you to politics, because you see that is the power of love. love supersedes. It goes round. And if there's love, and you know what, as a peace ambassador, as a peace ambassador, I will always champion love, because it's important. It's important because if they're like what Mr. Fuga just said, Peter said, he said, if there's love, there won't be all this. Just imagine if every one of us show love to every one of us, there will be peace. We won't have problem. We will tolerate each other. We'll understand each other. And there's enough for all of us to eat. There's enough. It's just there's too much of Oliver Twins across the globe, because if not, there is enough for everyone. So thank you all for listening. Thank you for our listeners. Thank you for our guests, our special guests. Ogaga has been amazing, and our special guest, Mr. Fuga, and this is just the number one. We know we have more work to do together, and thanks for actually anchoring this show. And we're looking forward to the music talent that you're going to be running for young people with the Nigerian community. We're looking forward to that. Okay. And we know it's going to be a powerful event. We know before the summer, something should be coming up as part of our African month in May. Thank you, Mr. Ogaga. And from me to you, I said good night and wishing you all a happy Valentine. Let tomorrow be a special, not just show love to only people that you know, but send a love message to everybody on your contact. Just say to them, hello, everyone. For my love to you. I hope you're keeping well. I know some people, it's not their style to say, we love you, but just send it. Just send somebody a message and tell them that you care about them. Even though you don't want to use the word love, say, I care about you. As you celebrate this Valentine, I care about you. So that they too also can care. Let it go viral so that we all show love to one another. Thank you and good night. Ciao, ciao. All the best.
Good night.
Good night.